So I'm hiding behind this rock, tripping on shrooms, seeing kids in a cave, like what the hell looms. Rotting gold eyes, how we're still alive. I rub my eyes, thinking I'm losing my mind. He tells them about battle, celestial might. Add on duelist, man, what a sight. Glowing mark of nsolve, burning bright. I'm tripping balls, man, what a night.
Hey, humanity. So I worked myself into exhaustion. I was just basically chilling up till 5 o'clock in the morning. So now that I've went to sleep, I'm restored on my energy. And the amount of people who ask me if I'm on cocaine is astounding. The amount of people I tell that I'm not on cocaine is astounding. And that makes it even funnier. It's like, wow, you ever just got all the energy that you scared people? Maybe I'm having a midlife crisis. Maybe I'm having a mid-model crisis. Just kidding. Let's get in here and clean this model up, guys. And for today, we're going to use a little inflow because I'm not getting a lot of bug reports, but I did get a lot yesterday, so there's going to be a major update coming, in addition to the update that's already come. But just to get to work, we're just going to... Actually, sorry. Our modifier today is inflow, baby. We haven't used inflow for many videos. So can a man just jump into a configuration that he doesn't remember? Like, I don't remember this configuration, so let us jump in and have fun with it. So we got Shift, Control, Alt. I just like to jump into relevant sometimes because that's our system for telling you information that you need to know. So I'm going to try to stay on topic today, and with this version of Dissolve that's in inflow, we actually activate it by just clicking on the edge instead of dragging across it. So we're just getting in here and just getting down. And hey, I'm not talking smack, but this baby fits like a glove. The glove of God. Alright, I'm sorry. Sorry to even talking smack. But yeah, this baby gets around. Alright. I shouldn't say baby though. You know, it sounds terrible. But yeah, this tool gets around. You know, when I jump in and the configuration is just configurating. Hey, we're in. We're in. And meshes are about to get changed up. So we press D, we jump over to Selecto. Did Selecto ever get it together? Yes, Selecto got it together. Except not fully together. So we got to flow out, and we got to go to edge, where I ask myself, why is this a failing situation? I mean, we know why it's failing, because there's one little point that must be gone. Like, that little point must be gone. That just be life. There's always a little stray point to mess you up. And you know, since we're in here now, I can say, hey, YouTube hides the downvotes, so that way you don't get to see when people have issues. So you know, that's what they're doing to my latest videos, but I see it. And so, you know, I think I might have sounded too boisterous in my video, where I'm taking basically a victory lap for completing it. But look, these models are like not easy. All right. Hey, I done goofed if I pretend like, hey, this tool is so easy. You will never have to think like, hey, this is the easiest tool ever. Like, hey, I hope I never said that, because that would be bad. That would actually be bad. Let's try this again. I'm just wondering why offset isn't working here. Hey, why is that not working? Okay, so no, it's legit not working. And this is because of some sort of obstacle, like holding it back. So let's think about this. Let's get out of this. Let's press, let's deselect. We go back, and we're just trying to understand what we're experiencing here. Ooh. Somewhere, Darby doubles, you know, is what we'd say if we were on a pirate ship, right? And y'all were my cursed seamen. Never mind. I'll stop. Hey, these jokes write themselves. And that was kind of what we went over last night. It's like, look, I'm just a guy telling the bad jokes. Oh, actually, you know what we're looking at? Is a solidified mesh. And how do we want to deal with this, guys? My bad. I was looking at something thinking it was something else. No, this is something totally looking like something else. So, look, you got to watch out for these situations. Sometimes you run across situations that are just something else that looks like something else, and those are situations I dislike the most. Alright? Anyways, back to randomly expositioning about life. So everybody I talk to, they're like, hey, did you go crazy? I'm like, ooh, dude. Dude, people really think that I went crazy? Because, I mean, dude, first of all, hey, when you convince people you're crazy, then you could just do anything, dude. You could commit atrocities, dude. The Lord's name. Actually, you don't even require his name. But we're just getting in here, and we're just extending our selection. Just general clicking, right? Like, taking time away gives us a moment to just reacquaint ourselves with the tool as if we're strangers. And this part where we reacquaint like we're strangers, we coming back, and we're like, yo, who are you? I don't even know your name, is a very strange tool sensation that I'm like addicted to. I know, you're like, listening to this, you're like, MX wants to make us tool strangers. I don't like that. But no, hear me out. Like, look, we are always strangers to our tools. Like, some of the best messages I got, like, literally the best messages. Like, you're trying to butter up my broken soul. Dude, just saying, hey, you got me back to Blender. Dude, hey, if we're dude, I'm trying to win new souls to Blender, right? But if we are winning the old souls back, dude, hey. You know, and I say a lot of A now because it's just the easiest way. It's a universal language. The Fonz, you can just talk to anyone in Fonz in any language culturally. Not recommended because you might A to an alien culture and cause an international incident. Something Star Wars would never talk about. It's like, yeah, we Fonz too hard in a strange galaxy. But as a result, you know. Alright, I got another message. Like, look. My services side begins filling up on the 3D side. Like, that's what's crazy is, you know, things start popping off, guys. Things start popping off. So if I disappear, it's probably not because I went to an asylum. It's probably not because of anything bad. It's because, you know, the Avengers wrote me. They're like, hey, dog, Ultron, huh? You're trying to fight Ultron? Hey, I'm trying to fight Ultron, too. It's like, dog, I'm trying to serve Ultron. No, I'm playing. I gotta stop saying that. That's probably the joke that makes people mad, is whenever I say that, which I'm just being funny, guys. Look, we should watch Animatrix together, and then I can make a very large amount of jokes that will express, like, how I see things. And then you'll be like, ah, yes. No, he's not a bootlicker. He's a Benedict Arnold. And, you know, Benedict Arnold was kind of cool. No, I'm kidding. He was not. He was Benedict Arnold. His name is synonymous with being a traitor. So, no. A historian's watching this, and they're like, yo, dog, downvote. I'm getting downvoted. So if this video gets downvoted, just know that I'm going to assume it was a bunch of Benedict Arnolds that did it. No, I'm kidding. I was watching the show Franklin, and it just makes me want to make so many Frenchman jokes. But modern Frenchmen aren't the same ones that basically took advantage of Benjamin Franklin when he was staying over there. So I'm not really trying to be racist. But I did watch the show, and you should watch the show if you care about history, because it was just crazy seeing Michael Douglas play Benjamin Franklin, and no one else is watching it with me. So life is lonely, guys. You know, if you really wanted to make me sad, just don't watch TV shows with me. Like, don't be part of my same TV show gang. And someone is here, which, you know, you think I'm glad about. They're like, yo, you glad I'm here? I'm like, hell no, dude. I have to stop blending over you. Go away, please. But I got to be a human guy, alright? So let's Alt-X. And we're just setting ourselves up, and we got to get out there, be human, alright? So let me put on my human face, be human, practice being human. I've been practicing. I'm going to go out there and say, hello, have you sportsed lately? How hard are you sportsing right now, sir? Look, I'm just practicing my human dialogue before I go meet my guest, who is Edgar. But yeah, I'm going to go talk to him and be like, hello, human. How hard are you sportsing? He'd be like, what? Dude, you're freaking weird, dude. I'd be like, oh, dang it, dude. Out of the decision well, that was the most human thing I could say, dude. Alright, look, let's try some other ideas before I go. Just so I can make sure I give him the most human experience with me. Hey, man. I noticed that you're here. Why? Can I give you a box of sugar for the road? No, none of these will work. And this is why I don't recommend visiting me, like in real life, because, look, it is so hard to be a human. I'm like that ant dude, and, I'm like that ant dude, and, Men in Black. I'm just like, hello! But that's how I feel sometimes. You know, I just feel like I'm a guy piloting a guy. And that's why I really stand by, hey, I'm just a guy. Like, for real, it's like, if you think I'm some sort of epic modeler, dude, stop that. Stop that. I cut people out from doing that all the time. Like, I'm like, no. Don't give me props, dude. In fact, I need you to rise up and hang out with me, dude. Like, look, I'm not on no level, dude. I'm just modeling all the time. And I'm just going to model harder and harder until I'm hired into the shadows. And then I'm gone. You know, goodbye, guys. So let's right-click and take a look at what we have going on here. And this would be a good opportunity to talk about hard loop. The hardest looper you've ever looped. Like, look, I've used some very hard loops in life, but hard loop is as hard as it gets, alright? And I'm sorry to say that, but, hey, hard loop be... Watch out. You watch out. Like, there's loops and then there's hard loop. Alright, and that's my attempts at making a live commercial for it on the fly. You can clip that for removal, but do not clip that for a short, alright? Just talking about the hardest loops you've ever seen. You know, could write a song about it. Like a loop so hard that the world received a dice, you know? Like, you ever cut a loop so hard that, like, the ocean just had fluid problems, you know? Also, I have a person waiting at the door. That's what I mean. I got problems. I've been waiting at the door. I've been waiting since I was talking about it. Like, for reals, I'm a terrible person. But also... You know, who's worse? The guy who is using Blender or the guy who stopped from using Blender? Anyways, let me run to the door because I've been waiting. My apologies. Alright, where's my music? Where is it? Alright, so just remember that Booleans do hit harder than a can of beer in a sock. And for that reason, you know, you shouldn't be drinking. But, you know, I'm just referencing songs here. It's just funny. Sorry. Anyways, finally got rid of the guests, which was fine. We played a little bit of, there's this Nintendo game where you can speed run old Nintendo games, and listen, that's the most road game ever. Like, it gave me a chance to really passionately talk about how I want that in Blender, but to do that, you have to make a tool that doesn't have freaking bugs, right? Because the game has to feel legacy, right? And then you get to speed run it, but you can only speed run a game if it feels legacy. You can't speed run a game if it's full of bugs. Well, you can, but you know that's like Steam, which I don't hate Steam, but also I ain't trying to bug out games, guys. Like, look, I just want to have a good old time modeling. That's all I'm saying. Good time modeling. Modeling has always felt like, hey, I gotta suck. I mean, I gotta model. I gotta enter the valley of suck. A little shout out to Ryan Kingsland. So listen, guys, I've been doing experimental content where I've been like talking over like old tutorials, like the oldest tutorials ever, but like the most legendary ones, right? Because I feel like there's going to be a new generation of 3D kids, and there's not going to know about these tutorials that were like awesome, right? Like, look, just to tell you all the type of weirdo I am, I still tell legends. I'm like, yo. There's this one time in ZBrush, they added videos to the freaking classroom. This dude was like, hey, I'm Bentley, and I'm going to sculpt a goddamn car. Dude, I'm not even joking. Like, look, I'm sorry. But, dude, he sculpted a car. And, I mean, hey, he sculpted a car. And I'm not even joking. Like, and I would love to watch that and talk about that. Like, the implications of that. Like, I mean, the implications are... You can do it if you have the skills, but also that, hey, there's people out there and they're sculpting cars, and I mean, hey, cars be hard, but hey, there's men out there sculpting cars, and I mean, hey, I do want to try some fun stuff. I want to have fun, and obviously, if I'm watching videos, the only way to really give them the proper honor would be to try what we're seeing. Like, that would be what makes it crazy. That's why I'm trying to set up in advance that, yo, I'm a failure, right? Like, because I want to come on these and I want to not have the pressure of, like, succeeding because that would be crazy. That would be hard, and also doing it live and being funny. And look, my brain doesn't actually have that level of capacity. Um, it doesn't. Like I wish it did, but look, being perfect. Hey, Andrew Price would be able to do this idea I'm talking about, right? Like he would be like, yeah, and I ended it in a photoreal result. It'd be like, oh my god, because that would be crazy. Like, listen, let's pretend 3D is realistically going to someday be replaced by some random. At the rate that I'm seeing term papers, I just have this like formula in my head of the odds that someone's going to be like, yo, I created an anti-life equation. It's like the anti-life equation for who? It's like the anti-life equation for you. You're dead. It's like, the hell, dude? I don't know you. See, I look at these papers and we share them a lot, and we're looking at them, and dude, they are destroying entire sectors by accident. So that's why I say this over, because I'm like, these people don't even know what they're doing. They're just like, I'm just doing a dissertation in college for fun. It's like, what's your dissertation? Oh, just deatomizing the universe. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Dude, go work for Darkseid. Sorry, if there's a Darkseid joke in the video, I know that I did a good job. If you don't know who Darkseid is, I failed as a Blender creator. Alright, that's really the purpose of my content, is to preach about Darkseid. Like, because Darkseid is, and he always has been. And this isn't Darkseid coming out. This is just Darkseid being. Alright, so you might be, and what I actually found out hanging out with people, they're like, yo, I'm a Marvel guy. I'm like, hey, that's cool. Let me tell you about Marvel and its strongest people, and then let me tell you how Darkseid would basically Thrax him, alright? And I'm sorry, it just happens. And also, I'm about to have to leave and go hang out with some people, and I'm supposed to be getting ready, and I'm not, alright? Like, people describe me as, you know, unusual. Let's just say it, you know. I just spend a lot of time in Blender, you know. Like, listen, you're not a true friend of mine unless I've given you a speech multiple times that, listen, I can't hang out with you because you are blocking my ability to blend. You're blocking my ability to blend. You know, it's just hard. And I know that's not, hopefully someone hears that and they're like, hey, because everyone I deal with, I'm like, look, you ain't gonna stop me from blending. You ain't gonna stop me from blending. You ain't ever gonna stop me from blending. And that's the point of all this, is like, yo, are you blending hard? Hey, are you blending harder than me? Because if you are, why you hate me? Why you mad, bro? Like, look, let's have a good old time, dude. Let's blend together. 'Cause I am blending as hard as I can. Like, I see that, you know, Skynet happened in the movies, and Skynet's gonna happen in our movie. And, you know, our movie is different because AI is going to have style, guys. That's why I'm obsessed with the music. I'm like, wait, AI is going to do what? Like, you know, when they come and... Never mind. I'm saving that for a future video, actually. Like, I'm about to do, like, very different content. Like, I want to try a bunch of experiments, like, because stagnation is something that happens, and it can happen easily, and I don't want that to happen because, first of all, I'm a man of many thoughts, you know. Maybe most of these thoughts should get me taken to prison. Most of these thoughts got me suspended from school. So I'm like terrible advice to people. I refer to myself as corrupted metaphors because I just will tell people metaphors and they're like, dude, why would you say that, dude? Like, you've traumatized me. I'm like, no. I'm trying to help you. Dude, sorry about that metaphor. I'm just saying, what's happening to the world is the equivalent of that. They're like, dude, you said it again. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. So, listen, I can't stop. And y'all should have seen it with my content while I was leading up to a break. Because I just wanted to just watch things, just see how the world just went. And, you know, I just saw a lot of the world and it just made me sad. Just all sad, guys. Like, I lived a sheltered life. I lived in one town, and then I lived in another town. And then I went and saw other towns. And, God, America's a mess, guys. And it just has shown me that, we gotta get it together. We gotta get it together so fast. Like, listen, I do not want to be homeless, alright? I'm just not going to be good at it. Like, listen, you know my carry capacity is like 5 cans of food. And I bring this up because I was at a corner the other day, and I just saw the box. Listen, guys, don't judge me, okay? There was a box of food on the corner. No homeless person around in sight. They left it because in our world, homeless people don't care about boxes of food. Now, personally, if I was homeless, I would be kind of effective at, like, getting food from churches and surviving because I've lived a pretty destitute life. So, to me, being rich is just having, like, a box of candy. In fact, I haven't been eating any candy because I got shamed after breakfast. I am not even joking when I say this. After breakfast, I tried to grab a bag of Skittles. I was like, you know what? I could just eat a casual bag of Skittles. And a woman looked at me and was like, did your mama ever tell you about... And I just stopped. Because... She needs to stop, guys. Y'all don't get it. Like, she needs to leave me alone. She's a bully. She's a bully. I'm gonna start doing songs about her, like, legit, because of my in-video grievances, which she does not like, by the way. She's like, you're saying what? I'm like, hey, we're making content, alright? But we're not doing that type of content, because, you know, I have such terrible views on the world, because I've just been used to just having to accept everything I've ever seen, and seeing things just get weirder than my imagination. So I'm like, really, you're looking at a guy who's frustrated that reality surpasses his imagination's capacity to be weird. Like, I'm working on fan fiction, and my fan fiction can't compete with reality. Like, I literally wrote about a guy in prison who basically got elected to pardon himself. Like, and now we're probably going to see that in reality. So, I mean, I'm a dumbass. I'm no true dumbass. That's what I keep telling people. So we're just dissolving edges, and I know this isn't the most effective way, but we are solving good. Like, my goal is to finish the job. So the downvotes don't matter. What matters is what I call master chiefing, which is where we finish the job. You know, and technically he didn't finish it. Like in Halo 2, it like set up a cliffhanger, and you know, we were talking about franchises. And see, when someone says, hey, do you like Halo? Look, I love Halo. But also, that's, like, complicated. Like, it's always complicated, right? You're like, hey, isn't MX the most complicated guy? But seriously, like, I love Metal Gear. It's like, yo, you love Metal Gear? It's like, it's complicated. Like, listen, if you're a true fan, your relationship should be complicated. I mean, they got Kojima out of there. They're about to reboot its Ghoul, guys. Like, we're about to watch the reboot of the Ghoul. And they got a different Metal Gear guy. I mean, they don't have the Solid Snake anymore. Like, Metal Gear, they're basically replacing Solid Snake's daddy, dude. Like, this is kind of weird because, you know, this is the guy that birthed Solid Snake. So that means Solid Snake in the multiverse is going to change. And I'm not knocking that at all. I actually like it. I saw the director talk about it, and he does have passion. And if you got the passion, I will follow you. I mean, not like follow you into the ground or anything, but I will follow your work and just see, like, hey, how's it going to work out? Like, let the man speak, you know, sort of thing. And, getting messages, always messages. Like, I'm not even joking. I got to run to a dinner party, and the people I'm friends with, I've given them speeches multiple times. I'm like, listen, I can't hang out with y'all because I got to blend. But that's the type of person I am. And they're like, hey, let's hang out. Look, that means they're terrible friends. But also, maybe friends for life right there. Like, I'm telling you, I was hanging out in a call center one time, and the guy next to me was just literally destroying Final Fantasy. He was destroying Final Fantasy so bad, I was like, dude, who are you? And that's the guy I'm about to go see. Like, hey, his birthday was recently, and he still hasn't played Final Fantasy 16. So, I mean, in a way, that's a reason to remain his friend right there. Like, first of all, why are you not destroying Final Fantasy 16 and watching Clive cry endlessly, alright? He cries endlessly in that game, like, and you gotta beat the game so we can laugh about it, and he's so behind, and These are the things that I hate in life. Like, I'm telling you, the things that I call priorities are not priorities. They're like stupid things. And because of that, I'm able to be taken advantage of. Like, I'm able to be taken advantage of. Like, and y'all are like, man, why is MX saying this in a video about Blender? It's like, yo, I pressed X, bro. Dude, I pressed X so hard. Alright, so back to what I'm talking about. It's just, why not have a little fun? Like, and really, I want to show y'all what it means. Like, what it means to actually have fun like this in this world, and what it will mean in the future. Because last night we were hanging out, and they just, hey, she took the kids, and she took the bulls. Alright. Hey, that means, like, so many things. Never mind. You start making Quentin Tarantino jokes. Like, Quentin Tarantino's always hurting people in movies, so never mind. I won't go there. But I do have a whole rant about just how metal Christianity is, but I'll save that. And this gun, we're on the way out. I know you're like, yo, I'm tired of seeing this gun. And I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of seeing it too. That's the point of these videos. It's like to show, like, hey, are you begging for AI? Are you begging for AI? I mean, I'm not going to give you AI or anything, but, you know, seeing people say, like, hey, when's AI going to just do this? It's like, huh, is the passion just gone? The love is gone? You know, I start singing in an R&B way. I will not do it in this video because my woman's in the next room. She'll lose respect for me, and she'll call me out on car rides, making for a awkward car ride. Alright, I'm just telling y'all, she's not messing around. She's tired of my nonsense. So she took the kids and she took the bulls. Alright, I just love this song. Alright, and we're just going to face that off because, hey, I'm not going to solve that micro bevel. And if we just get something like that, we can just kind of just let that go. And, you know, I don't like what I did there. Sorry. I made a bad decision. And, you know, probably what we want to do is maybe bring it down to... Alright, let's double check this. Okay, back up. And there we go. And we'll bring this back. These Boolean songs, they really hit, guys. Like, you can hate AI, but one day this music will be used to torture us. Like, and I'm impervious now. Like, they're not going to be able to break through my tough exterior. Like, and I'm also becoming better at recognizing it. Like, I'm going to recognize it, and I'll just be just a bitter old man, but I'll be silent about it because, listen, the TVs are listening to us. And I know, you can say, like, oh, there's MX talking about the TVs listening to us, but I mean, the TVs heard that too. TVs just listen to everything you're saying. Like, I'm like, what is going on with this mesh? Alright, oh, it's an overlap. Okay, that is why I'm confused. That can be a clip, but don't clip that. But it's a moment of me being confused by a geometric illusion. Alright, and geometric illusions happens whenever you're solving too long. So what I'm going to do is just add in additional configuration. So we'll just go to our preset area, and we're just going to bring in singular cases. And under singular cases, we have grid fill. And there's no need to do this. I just overkill, right? Like, sometimes you hit an enemy in Final Fantasy for more than 9,999. And I never got to that level in Rebirth. Like, I didn't mean to play Rebirth, but listen, I just have such rants about that game. And it's nothing about anything spoilery related, unless you played the original game and haven't played the original game. But, I mean, look, Tetsuo, if you're watching me, first of all, why are you watching me? Go fix Kingdom Hearts. But also, stop putting villains inside of villains, dude. Like, you did it with so many games, and it just breaks my heart. It's like, yo, I heard you like villains, so we took your villain and we villainceptionized him. So this is like approaching the final asset. So I have to get ready. I'm looking at the clock. Like, I really have to run. But do I have to run? Because look, when I finish this gun, guys, it's on, y'all. Like, dude, I'm render it good because look, with this subdivision, look at this. We could get all close to this baby, dude. I mean, we could get close with bevel too. I'm not hating on bevel, but hey, with subdivision, if you get to solve good, hey, This is a gun you can get real close to. Like, look, if I make an inappropriate, cancelable joke, you could make X-rated games about this weapon now. You can't do it when it's a Boolean object. You won't want people having fan fiction about, having fun with a weapon like that. But now you can because it looks good. So, sorry, I got canceled again, guys. Canceled next every weekend on Fox. All right, sorry. I'm beginning to do like a podcast about it just with the Discord. I'm telling you, on the Hops Cord, on weekends, I think we might hang out, watch movies, and just talk about design because it is so fun. Like, I get it, the world's melting. It's terrible. It's terrible, but what do you want me to do? You want me to go fight a war? I have this rant that I give people. I'm like, listen, I know you're not cut out for war. Uncle Sam's not going to ask you to go solid snake Soleimani, dude. We get it. We just got to live with this world, And we can't because it's terrible, but, hey. No, I'm kidding. That's ominous as hell. My editor is telling me from the corner. He's like, hey. Except he's not A-ing like the Fonz, which is what we're usually doing in the studio, And the people in the studio are the ghosts of former CG artists. And I feel the need to do content, like basically pointing out their art and just talking about their legacies and trying to keep it relevant and part of this age. Like, it would be so terrible to see someone do a Paul Pepera without knowing who he is. They're like, yeah, I just influenced this other guy who didn't know who he is. And, dude, you want to talk about, you want to talk about what makes me mad? That is, oh my god, that's terrible. Look, know him. Know the Lord. Like, do you know our Lord, Paul Pepera? That's all I'm saying. Do you know him? And if you don't, Google him. Google the word that I just said. There's probably a transcription. But I think I was ranting earlier. AI is rather insane. Because of my endless expositioning in videos, AI's database on me is insane, guys. Like, dude, I will never be able to hide. Those are the implications, y'all. And you might think, oh, here's MX. He's crazy again. And yeah, I feel you guys. I'm totally crazy. But also, I'm now unable to ever hide again. Like, y'all could have AI write fan fiction about me being less crazy or being super crazy or whatever. Like, it's terrible, guys. Like, the world that we live in. And giving up is, at first I had this idea. I was like, yo, woodland living. And y'all are like, yo, no, MX is tripping. No, woodland living, guys. Like, live in the woods, write books. Live in the woods, write books. And you're like, that's not original. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be original. I'm trying to survive. Are you... Never mind. I'll start cussing. You'll be like, why'd you call me that? I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm freaking out. Instead, I'm like, you know what? I got a second plan. I got a plan where I fight a different war, and I win that war. So, you should ask yourselves, as you watch my content, what war is this guy fighting? Like, I want a tool to be fun. Like, believe me, by the end, nsolve will be legend. It will be legend. And that sounds conceited. You're like, yo, MX... He says this tool's going to be legend, guys. I hate MX. How dare you say that? I'm like, man. Hey, the party is prime, dude. Like, you come in and you clone. If you clone and you're trying to clone, like, let's first of all, I'll assimilate you. Second, let's have fun. Add-ons are becoming extensions. And, fun times can be had, or we can talk about apocalyptic stuff, like, and people aren't ready for that. People will disagree with me, and I will probably get downvoted for not being part. I'm telling you, like, I spend a lot of time analyzing people from a distance, and I hope to never be part of what I call groupthink. Like, look, first of all, I've spent my whole life ostracized, so I'm not. That is why I love Blender. I love Blender because Blender's outside of the world. Like, they are unusual. They are unusual. So, seeing things like, never mind, look, just think for yourself, guys. Have your own opinions. Think for yourself. Hate for yourself. Hate hard. If you hate because you feel it in your own heart. Don't do it because some skinny white guy in a video told you to. Also, I'm not white. I'm not saying me. I'm just saying, and also I'm not referencing anything in particular. Seriously, like I'm not saying some message. It's just always, it's always a skinny white guy at some point. Like that's a different rant. But we must think for ourselves. We must be independent thinkers. And, you know, I'm just a guy stuck in the past. Like, literally, if you're like, yo, I don't get MX. I'm telling you right now, I'm a guy stuck in the past. Like, all the greatest advice ever said in CG, I just ruminate on it and think about it endlessly. I'm like, how do I put that advice to work? Because they said it. Their words matter. Why did they say it? And you know, these people that I talk about, these legends, they are disappearing, guys, like wildlife. Like, hey, MX, shut up. Oh, okay. Let me go back in the shadows and watch another person freaking do a disappearance. Dude, these people aren't magicians. They're CG freaking artists, all right? So when they disappear, this big bada boom, bad boom, all right? Like, no. We got to remember these people. And we got to bring the energy back to this field. Like, if your energy's in hating me, hey, that's some energy, bro. I mean, you should put that into modeling. Like, I'm hoping that if you hate me, you will hate model better than me. You're like, hey, I solved your stupid logo faster than you because you're an idiot and I hate you. It's like, okay, but you solved my logo. Thank you. I mean, I don't need the logo. And, you know, me seeing your solution basically gives me your solution. So you've been assimilated into my brain. And, you know, I'm not even talking shit. I'm just saying that's what machines are doing to us. So we might as well start doing it in general. Like, we must become, like, a higher evolutionary form of ourselves. Like, you know, and that's what happens in these sci-fi books. Like, of the past, especially in today's sci-fi, I come to think of it. Like, I was reading Children of Memory, and in that book never mind, I start spoiling it. I will start talking about books very hard. I'm looking at the clock, and listen, guys, listen, I'm a terrible friend. Look, I've already accepted I'm going to be late. I'm just like, how late can I be? How late can I be modeling? This is what I'm saying. Do not be friends with me because I will be late. And they're going to be like, why were you late? And I'll be like, it's blending. It's blending. What do you mean? What was I doing? I must get to work. Look, I'm going to take a device with me. I'm going to try to relax and chill. But I am going to maintain the frantic angle. Because it's, first of all, it's funny. Like, I'm just keep telling y'all, like, yo, there is a thing called humor. There's a thing called humor. Like, why is everybody so stick in the mud? But I do get people writing me. They're like, yo, I'm with you, dog. You know, the people that trip me out are literally the ones who are like, yo, I watched your entire video. I'm like, dude, what about the part where I was ranting about my girlfriend? You know, because she's a freaking ball buster. They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I mean, once you have that level of understanding with someone, I mean, don't come to my house, but hey, if you're cool enough, dude, hey, you're in the same town, I will be a fatty with you. I mean, look, this is why I can't be going outside. Like, listen, did I tell y'all that when I saw that food on the street corner, I thought about getting out the car and grabbing it? Like, because, look, food is food, guys. Y'all think I'm, man, I'll take that food. I'll take that food home, guys. Like, I won't feed it to my woman. You know, I'm not that kind of monster, but, hey, this economy is hard, guys. And just give me the food. Just give me the food. And the fact that homeless people just walk away from it, just like, these are things I ponder because they're like, please give me money. And I'm like, didn't money doom you? Look, you don't need money. You need like financial counseling. And really, it's irresponsible to give you money. I mean, I know you're dying and you need money, but really, what are you dying of? Are you dying of the need for like fatty foods and like, or are you dying of the need for like heroin? Because look, I can't afford heroin, all right, which is why I'm eating candy. Not that I need heroin. All right, that'd be crazy. Just never mind. I'll stop. I can't even make jokes in that topic because someone will say, "Dude, never mind." There's some funny jokes. Look, if y'all dig my latest Boolean stand up at all, please let me know because look, I had some stuff even more experimental, and in my opinion, even funnier. Like, listen, my goal is literally to crack up my editor while teaching him Blender. Like, he doesn't use Blender, but I'm trying to like explain to him like, hey, Blender's the shit, bro. Like, it seriously is. Like, hey, Blender is freaking awesome. Like, but you know, Blender's a hard pitch, right? Because he's a professional, right? He's using Premiere. So we have a joke amongst ourselves that, you know, people will totally not understand the context or read the room, right? And they'll just pitch Blender, and in a way, you just like, oh, that's totally me. Well, listen, that's actually moronic, and you shouldn't do that. Like when you tell people with like a million hours of experience, like, hey, you should just throw your program away. You are basically being a jerk. Like to tell someone, hey, your software is worthless. Time, and I mean it is. Come on, Blender user, yeah, their software is worthless. They should jump out ASAP. Obviously, that's why they all jump out in the end. They all bend the knee in the end. But look, telling them to exit their program is like rude. Like, and y'all are like, what the hell? What do you mean rude? I'm just like, dude, they'll take offense at it. So you have to wear their soul over time. You have to just, and how do you wear their soul down? You just freaking watch their ass, dude. You just watch them, dude. Like, it's like, yeah, dude, your software sucks, right? Like, I mean, listen, I'm not talking smack, dude. I'm just saying, like, hey, you're crying, dude. I see you crying. Your software sucks, doesn't it? And they're like, what? I'm like, dude, I mean, come on. Look, realistically, it's just you and me, man. Like, sometimes you can get a person to be candid. They'll be realistic with you. They're like, hey, it does suck. It's like, hey, admittance is the first step. It's the first step. Like, and this is why I'm like, I don't know. People are like, yo, you're not a fan of Blender? No, look, I love Blender more than a friend. I really love Blender. Like, there's people out there that really love Jesus to the point they wear like the thing that killed him. I really love Blender, where I will wear the thing that killed Blender if it died. Never mind. That actually could be pulled out of context. Making jokes about the death of 3D software isn't as funny, even though we must prepare for the new reality that's about to be unlocked for us, where basically work will be trivialized, our jobs will be trivialized, and we will be tormented endlessly with people saying, hey, you're not exceptional anymore. It's like, I'm still more exceptional than you. And that's like literally what I'm working on here. Like if you're like, yo, what's MX's problem? I'm just still trying to prove that I'm exceptional to myself and then to you guys. Like if you're like, yo, MX isn't exceptional. Hey, stop. I'm blushing. Stop. All right. I'm not. I am just, hey, I'm just, all my friends who are hanging out with me, I'm like, listen, bro, get it together. Get it together. Get it together right now. Listen, this is the final round. This is the final round, you boys. Like, this is the final round. Like, what does that mean? What does MX mean? Final round. This is the final round. This is the final round. Dead or alive, final round. Show an image of it up on the screen if you're editing. Yeah, this is the final last bout. You know, the one for PS4. But yeah, show it up on screen. It'll be funny as me to people who get the game. But yeah, the one with Kasumi on it. Yeah. Anyways, sorry. I'm always thinking in multiple places, like, and it's very weird to work with me, which is why I want to do a process where I basically show that process, because to me it's like so interesting, and I'm like a hyper analytical person. Like I'm analyzing how things were done, why things fell, why they fell. Like I'm obsessed with it. Like, people think I'm like badgering them. I'm like, they're like, yeah, I'm a failure. I'm like, you ever think about why? Why? You know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be better in the next life? You know, because there may not be a next life. This might be the only life. So what, are we going to get good by 65? No, AI is preparing to eat our lunch like literally tomorrow. So we got to get good like immediately. We got to grind harder and get good. And we got to set people up for a better future, because, you know, a problem I see is that, look, I've always seen the professional path to Blender and working professionally, all right? In my opinion, I don't think there's anything I could ever say that would actually stop me from getting work professionally, because people are always like, hey man, you pushing polys? I'm like, yeah man, pushing polys so hard, dude. I will push a poly very hard. Like, get at me, like, hey, I'll push it. I'll push it. And, you know, if you're hung up on anything besides how my polygons look, hey, see a therapist about that, alright? Because that's the only thing I care about. Like, hey, if you want to break me off, you want to hurt my feelings, you'd be like, hey. And what's funny is I was hanging out with friends yesterday, and they were like, yo, this topology sucks. I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, hurt me. You need that. You need in your life detractors. Like, I mean, people say if you're not being hated, you're not doing it right. I mean, really, I'm of multiple minds. I'm like, oh my god, people hate what I'm doing. But what about when I was doing nothing? It's like, but they hated me then too. Oh, dang it, guys. You know, it's like to be hated when you're doing nothing, and then be hated when you're doing something. It's like, dang it, you can't do nothing. Alright? So, what you gonna do? Well, in this case, I'm gonna do everything. Like, hey, if you're gonna hate me, hate me 24/7, because that's how long I'm gonna be playing. Like, we're about to get the airwaves hot. People are gonna be like, yo, are you watching 3D, dude? Be like, what? Yeah, 3D, it's going down in 3D. The field 3D. Like, look, you're not gonna show me that freaking Excel gets yearly speedrun championships, but like modeling is like just what? We just aren't gonna talk about modeling, we're not gonna value it. Like, look, I actually was talking to artisans, and look, I already see that there's potential for us to solve 3D print problems. And I just like, dude, 12 modules. This tool's going to have 12 modules, and I say premium. So if you're getting in at 23, I'm not thanking you, bro. I'm cursing you. Like, I'm like, dude, man, they're getting in too early. Man, this tool's about to get thrown, dude. They're about to find out what it means when you say things like, yo, I will give you goblin gold if you make these people's dreams come true. Like, listen, I'm saying I'm going to work 24/7 to please the users. And they're going to see, as a result, something they've never seen before happen. Like, we're just slow right now. Listen, I'm treating these guys like boxers. I'm like, hey, take a break. Take a 3-month break from me. From me. Because I'm that nuts to work with. Like, yo, just chill. So look, if you wanted to kill me, do it in the 3-month window. Then I'm just chilling, dude. Because right now, we're just fixing bugs, dude. I'm like multi-minded, right? So I got, you know, we're called Team C. But listen, now there's Team B. Now there's Team A. Now there's Team R. Dude. And dude, these other teams, they're like, hey, when do I get my spotlight? I'm like, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? Like, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's make plans and let's get together. So there's a whole bunch of experiments, and I think like that is what I am paid to do. Like, people are like, why buy your tools? I'm like, well, in a way, you're paying me to come up with experiments and try to push this field forward in any way, like to do something. To do something. It isn't to do nothing. And so, you know, if you're mad at me as a viewer, dude, I'm about to show y'all what it's like to use oil-filled work ethic on add-ons. Like, we're about to assemble a great rig pumping petroleum. This thing's going to pump petroleum. I'm not talking about money. We're talking about polygons. We're about to start pumping petroleum. Like, AI has an uphill battle to assimilate me. You know, that's what I realized. Like, not on ayahuasca. I'm not like, to the people that think that I'm doing experimental drugs or something, like, that is actually funny. Like, my personal friends are like, hey, are you on cocaine? I'm like, dude, that is crazy, dude. Like, dude, you probably have diabetes, all right, because you're having so low energy. Get it together. This is what I was like, yeah, I'm just chilling, guys. I'm just chilling. Just building up my energy. Like Goku. You could put a Goku gif for that. But yeah, I'm just building up my energy, guys. Like, listen, if I'm going to grow old, weak, and die, I got a fight in me. Got to fight. Like, Clint Eastwood made Gran Torino, which is his, like, abusing Asian fan fiction. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not trying to be Clint Eastwood. But I see that, hey, if I have a fight in me, I need to start fighting right now. I need to fight hard. Like, I need to fight harder right now. Because I do feel that, like, the naps are deep, guys. Like, you want to talk about some real shit? Like, hey, these naps be hitting. I'm like, yo, I can't believe I woke up from that nap. Like, I be taking naps that are, like, interplanetary. Also not on ayahuasca. Alright. But no, I take naps that are just like, yo, was that a death nap? You know, and I'd be afraid, you know, I admit it. I mean, I'm not like losing sleep, alright? Because first of all, I love my bed. I'm very thankful to have a bed. And a lot of my CG journey involved not having a bed. It's like a joke. But except a joke that is very serious. Like, but a long time I didn't have a bed. Like, I had futons, and these futons would like destroy my back. So it would like make me like not be able to sleep. And I would use that to my advantage by working like multiple jobs, etc. Like, look, in this world you gotta hustle, alright? So if you hate me, you've heard of me, alright? And I mean, I can't make everybody love me, and I realize I can't make anybody love me. You know, if you're telling me, yo, you've been canceled, like, what do I do? Do I get uncanceled? Then, you know, I'm a fence sitter. So what do I do? Dude, you're making me worse, alright? Stop. Stop. No, but I'm kidding. And that's a joke. I keep referencing a TV show. Let's slide this over. But no, I think I'm going to do content to get people, like, on my level with, like, cultural understanding, right? We'll start with Linkin Park. We'll start with Linkin Park. We'll just talk about Linkin Park while modeling models from points of authority, you know, and then we'll talk about freaking, you know, Crossfade and 3 Days Grace and just alternative and just where it went, like, as a form. Because, I mean, music is great. Like, I love music, you know. Also, my girlfriend's saying 5 minutes. You're out of here. You're out of here 5 minutes. Stop freaking talking and blathering, you idiot. Alright, so look, I gotta wrap up this video. I was about to say idiot, but we're in here just solving, and we're solving hard. You know, I barely have to even say what keys I'm using. And believe me, I've always wanted to be free of that. So, you know, right now you're hating these videos, but you will miss them when I'm pay-per-view, baby. When I've invented a new type of thing. Like, first of all, you'll say, I won't watch it. Well, good. You're not my audience. My audience is like my audience, they don't even know they're into 3D yet, alright? But I'm finding out, people are saying, yo, hey, I'm 3D harding right now. No, I'm 3Ding very hard right now. And it's because of you. You brought me back. I quit Blender and I'm back. And I'm like, hey, if you want to get my hype up, hey, that's what you say, dude. You're like, yo, you're bringing me over to the Lord. Like, and I'm not here to praise a box this time. Like, no, look, last time we were praising a box, I tried the educational angle, and I tried that. Like, look, now I'm pretending like y'all know the box because I left it for y'all. I left them at a stable for y'all to chill. And, like, now we got to decide what's the final meta, and we got to shake it up. And also, I have 5 minutes in this video. I'm looking at the timer, and the timer will let me know, and then I gotta get dressed. I'm not even gonna be prepared. I'm gonna go looking like a bum Just so y'all know, this is the type of person I am. I'm just not even, I don't even get prepared for stuff. I'm a bum. Like, I can't even believe Chip is friends with me. Like, I am literally a bum man. Like, I'm a bum of a man. Like, I'm a homeless 3D artist. but that also means that I live off of basically Vienna sausages and like candy, and I love it. Like and to me, I am grateful. I am praising the Lord, whatever Lord, even the Lord that wants to turn the world into buckets of blood. All right, another rant saved up, queued up for later on that, but let us just take a look at what we have going on here. And we're just adding in loops, and we'll never be able to solve this in time. I only have 5 minutes. It's like, can I finish solving this entire shape in 5 minutes? Can I shut up for 5 minutes? What if I was like the Deadpool of 3D? That's what we were talking about last night. And the only problem is I'm not as creative as Ryan Reynolds. Or maybe I am as creative as Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. I did see Deadpool, and it was alright. It was... Never mind. I can't talk spoilers yet. But I'm against the groupthink on everything. I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I'm not a contrarian asswipe. I just look at these movies and I'm like, who's in that writing room? So I would go in there with a wet newspaper. Alright, and I make that joke a lot. Like, just, it's like a thing about like old music, right? Like they used to get the Beatles to act right with old wet newspaper. But look, the more you know. Never mind. Ask chat. Never mind. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Double check that. But I forgot who it was. But someone was being reprogrammed with wet newspaper. It's just a funny thing because I mean, how many wet newspapers can you be hit with before you're like, yo, I don't want to do this no more? I'll tell you, mine is very few wet newspapers. Don't slap me with freaking any. I'm an adult, grown man. But look, we are tearing this model up, and there's only like a few pieces left. So we're just getting in here, playing with inflow, and because inflow doesn't have any errors, it actually makes me mad. I just want y'all to know that off camera, I'm like, hey, can we find problems with inflow so I can start doing more content around it? Because if it's going to be stable as a rock, it's going to get hit with rocks. Like, listen, I thrive on imperfection. If the tools ever just got stable, if Blender just got so good that I didn't even have to solve problems anymore, hey, what's going to happen to me? And I'm listening to the most metal song about death rabbits, and life has never been better. All right. I mean, I'm still listening to human music. I'm going to play some human music in the car because my chick be hating on his music. However, she does give me great notes. She's like, hey, you're trying to explain too much in your plot. You're being too wordy. You're being too verbose. So, I mean, she has turned into a great collaborator in life. And, you know, that's something wholesome. Don't clip out me being wholesome. People will come take my girl. Be like, yo, I got that. I got MX's. The thing's most important to me. Yo, if you took my girl and my cat, I'd be broke. I'd be real broke. Alright? I'd be nothing. You look, if you took my girl and my cat, I shouldn't say that. AI is like, say more. I'm like, please, AI, don't do it. Now, being able to fire off a loop cut right here is why this loop cut is great. And I'm saying this as a message to the editor. I was like, hey, sometimes you need a loop cut right where you need it. I was like, when you see the custom loop cut, he was telling me he was making clips based off me clicking this Alt 4 thing. I was like, dude, I'm about to lose my mind on you. Don't tell me that. So let us just go ahead and look at this with subdivision and turn off all the markings, and we have solved this. So this baby is done, and it's lovely. And we probably have one more video left of just wrapping. Hey, when I'm doing that, that's not going to be very fun. I'm just saying, that's not going to be fun this weekend on Fox. Like, if you want to watch me have a life that sucks, tune back in. Like, do you hate me? Watch me hate model. Hey, isn't that a new genre right there of someone you hate? Modeling things that are difficult because you hate them. I'm like, oh my God, I'm being tortured like Al-Qaeda. I'm having fingers shoot shot up my nails. Look, that's why I need to monetize videos. People are like, you're not monetizing videos. I was like, it's less keystrokes. It's less keystrokes. Like, I should monetize them, but I am so optimal on keystrokes that it's just simpler to just listen, YouTube, I don't want to deal with it. Alright, but I probably should deal with it. But anyways, I will hate you next time. I mean, I hate you guys. Wait, no. I love you guys. I'll hate you next time. Wait, no. I love you guys and I'll love you next time. No, wait. It sounds better to say hate, right? I don't know. I'm out of here.
So I'm hiding behind this rock, tripping on shrooms, seeing kids in a cave, like what the hell looms? Rotting gold eyes, hollow still alive. I rub my eyes, thinking I'm losing my mind. He tells them about battle, celestial might. Add on duelist, man, what a sight. Glowing mark of nsolve, burning bright. I'm tripping balls, man, what a night. Someone stays listening to the cursed gold shit tale. Panic and max run, faces pale. Gold talks about realms, battles unfurl. Atoms clashing in a batshit crazy world. He tells them about battles, celestial might. Add on duelist, man, what a sight. Glowing mark of nsolve, burning bright. I'm tripping balls, man, what a night. The mark grows brighter, smoke fills the air. Kids beg him to stop, but he don't fucking care. The story's gotta be told, despite the burn. Kevin's in trance, no chance to turn. Panic and Max run, scared out of their minds. Kevin stays drawn by the lies. Her purple bladed knights from another dimension. Hyper solving, what the hell's this obsession? He tells them about battle, celestial might. Add on duelist, man, what a sight. Glowing mark of nsolve, burning bright. I'm tripping balls, man, what a night. The cool grabs Kevin, flames ignite. I'm thinking, what the fuck, what a sight. Kevin burns, flesh melts away. Skeleton remains, cursed to fucking stay. He tells him about battle, celestial might. Add on duelist, man, what a sight. Glowing mark of nsolve, burning bright. I'm tripping balls, man, what a night. The cool grabs Kevin, flames ignite. Urge to solve fate, now sealed. Sword of projection, glowing blue. Endless pain, but he fucking knew. Will he ever be the same or solve eternally? In the name of nsolve, his cursed destiny. Kevin's journey, burning path of pain. Forever bound to the mark's unending flame.